So a blend allow the artist to mix the shapes, create the shapes, take the blend tool, drag from the first object and drop in the second object. Finish. The first job is done. How to mix the subject, and it could be continued to multiple object also. It may be same or it may be different. Same, drag from the second object and drop inside the third object. So you got to know how to blend it up. Then after the like controlling could be done on individual product or to the blend object. If it is blend, then here the numbers could be changed, and the rest of the modification could be done on the screen. Now if you need to switch the blend to a path, yes, take to close shapes and get it blend and get the shapes to be play on this. Select the blend by clicking on the middle and switching to the option called new path, and show the path, the blend comes over to the path. And once it comes, then yes, you can have to select the individual product and get it move over the path, and all the blend will get it arranged as per that. And once the blend is arranged, then we can have to increase the number by selecting the blend, increase the numbers. And if you don't need to see this middle line, then go for F12 and none. So middle line is not visible, but it is there still. Now if everything is over and you want to make individual object to be get separate, yes, select the product and switch to the option object break blend apart, Control K, and then after it is grouped, ungrouped, so individual product will be out from the screen. So how to make small circles and all similar kind of object to be get repeatedly drawn, all the things could be done like this. No. Get it double and rotate, then blend, drag and drop. So blend could be done to the modifying objects. You can blend it up. So complex object could be created like this. Select and go for categories. Okay. Now the blend is not only happen with the shapes but also with the color of these shapes. Select the first object, select the next object and get it blend. You can throw the color shapes as well as the like light inside it. I mean like shape and color blend happens both. Select, change the color. Right? Select the object, change the color. So the blending could be changed over here. Object blend. The color and so color blending and shape blending. So because shape is more, so you can have a fine distance more. Go for like 15. The distance is working, so catch and do some more experiment out there. So counterclockwise blend. So these three options to get control the colors. So all the RGB colors come into the cycle format. So here still more options are there, more blend options. Split up and click on a particular place. So what you have seen now, the blend gets separate. So what you have seen, how to split the blend. Where is the option? Inside the extra options here. Split ups. Right. split. So blend could be split to more subdivisions, and once everything is done, then yes, then I would go for break apart, individual object, grouping, ungroup, out. So we have seen now how to split the blend could be split up. And blend can go through a special option, this one, counterclockwise blend, clockwise blend, and direct blend. So 3 different format of mixing the color: counterclock, direct, clockwise, counterclockwise, CCW, here multicolor, multi color. Now we have seen what is blending and how many different type of blends, what is the difference. Select multicolor, counterclockwise, and so it takes all the color value in between them. So circularly it is turning the color to get formed, and the extra options are available here, where you can able to go for split up size acceleration, split. So from a particular place we can able to split that. So this becomes independent now. So you can split the shapes, and it is not only split, you can also modify here the shapes. Making character becomes easier. And the number also could be changed, and the color could be varied also. क्या करना? हाँ, कुछ में भी कर सकते, मतलब अभी तो क्वेश्चन क्या है, ब्लेंडिंग कुड बी डन टू एनी वे, ओपन से ओपन को, क्लोज से क्लोज को, custom से customs को. So blending could be done anything you want. So open to open, close to close, custom shapes to custom shapes, custom shapes, and vice versa. Pitch भी कर सकते, text to text. हाँ? ये वाला counter clockwise, clockwise direct. So ये अब stroke नहीं चाहिए तो none. So you can blend the things. So the blend comes because of the stroke become none. You can give a stroke, you can release the stroke. So ब्रश मतलब यहाँ पे ओपन लाइन से ब्रश, मेरी आर्टिस्टिकल ब्रश, सेम लो, यहाँ पे ड्रैग करो और ड्रॉप करो, अगर नहीं होता तो स्प्लिट करोगे इसको, ग्रुप ऑब्जेक्ट मेकअप आर्ट, right? Yes. What? और कुछ? And get them back apart. Select all. Get all things combined. So we have done. I just fuse all the things to turn into a single design. Get it flipped. Get the top line. Club. And club it up. Right. So this shape comes because of the blending. Right? How to open the blend and get them clubbed with the weld ups. Yesterday we have learned about the weld. Recept and get it sharp. Right. So let's move into the next available, distort. Distort is to create a disturbance on the screen. So blend could be done with shapes and the text also. You can try with the text and make the blend together. So text के साथ भी blend करो. So before going to that, I'm just taking this. Select the text and switch to convert to curves. Go inside blend. Give a right click. So you got to know how to connect the blending to the alphabet to the object. That is called. So what is to be done? Give a right click, switch to the convert to curves. Get the design on the screen and get it blend. Drag from. So you've seen now how to get blend. Now the thing could be done, yes. You can send this object to back side, give a right click, order, send to back. To back up layer. Now give a right click. And blend. Right. How to make a very complex design within 2 clicks. So you're just blending with a different format. So all the lines comes to form this animation. So how to make complex, that depends upon the artist. But yes, complex could be done. Now the blend is on. Yes, I can increase the number and you can decrease the thickness. How to decrease the thickness? F12. F12 is to get the thickness out. F12, right? And tool. Blend. Jet. Get to the skin. Right. So we are into the blend till now. Select the object and switch to the option called distort, and here again it is of 3 types basically, and you can use some pre-distort presets. One click and the predefined distort is applied on the screen. So how to apply the predefined? Already you have done into offset or counter and blend. Presets are to be get used exactly the same way distort preset could be used up, and it will show you the output of. So a rectangle could be turned into this format just with a simple preset of the corel. Now the next, take the tool, switch over here. What is the plus point here? You can customize the center point. You can click here and get it distort. So click on a particular point and distort from there. Distort. And zipper, so here push and pull distort, zipper, here a lot of spokes will come up, and converting into a star and making this is two different things, because you cannot make this to get distort from here. From the click point it will get distort. Default you can set it from the center, or else could be done from a particular point, right? So you got to know how to do the zipper distance. Next, twist. You can get it, rotate, and the same circle could be turned into number of shapes. It could be a distort, zipper, so different face of the circle, and flower form. A circle does have these many faces, but they distorted. Okay. Circle, center. Now, once you set a distort, it could be outside or it could be inside, then you can switch to the next one also. Modular logo and all things are the output of so. So there is distort, two distort working in this same product. Fine. So what you have seen now, how to fuse the distort on screen. Basic object, basic distort, and fused distorts, multiple distorts on the same object. Next, once you apply a distort, you can control either of the or. You select the object, then object property. Now if you switch to the distort, then you will find the distort property. How to activate the distort property? By activating the tool. If it is already applied, then it will there, then you can have to customize it, or else you can switch to the option. No, convert to curve, one of the options which could be adapted to convert this design into a complete final design, or else one of the options, clear distort. So how to disable the distort, how to delete the distort, and once apply the distort, how to get it applied completely by the option convert to curves. Convert to curves is the options which completely allow the distort to be applied on the screen on this subject. Then after re-distort could be done up. So once re-distort, if you clear, then it will not create the circle, it will go to the last control Q. So control Q convert the object into a new object. So here no distort control will be there. Till the time we are not switching to the option called control Q, whenever you are activating this, till the time you can clear it up. Once it is applied, the convert to curves option, then it is no more a basic shapes, it will be modified shapes. Once it is modified, then we cannot go back. Fine, then what we have understood now, distort is again of 3 types. How many type of distort? 3 types. What are those? Push and pull zipper, twist. Right? Push and pull, zipper and twist. Again the zipper, if you switch to the zipper mode, again it is of 3 types. Push and pull one type, but zipper is again of 3 types. Local, randomize, smooth and local. Random, smooth and local. Randomize will make it to go randomly place on the screen, like random in the sense कुछ बड़ा होगा कुछ छोटा होगा, पर smooth में all these spokes are smoother inside. So let's go for distort, zipper and switching to the smooth. And find the edge becomes smoother. But in randomize, it is very sharp always. Random. So which shape will come is not known. And the final one is localize. So in local format, wherever you are dragging on that area only, it drags more. Rest of the same area it doesn't touch. So localize, randomize and smooth. 3 different format of distorting is there. हाँ, localize में जहाँ पे आप प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्ट करते हो वो जगह पे इफेक्ट ज़्यादा होता है, जिस एरिया में आपका खिंचाव. You can find localize will make the area wherever you are dragging that is more effective. And after the blend happens or like distort happens, yes, it could be controlled by dragging the midpoint to increase the number of like points. So it could be done here or it could be done here also. Distort. And we have understood now distort is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different type of distort and 2 different controller of the distort where you can send the center point as well as the impact. So 2 things could be changed, center point could be changed and the impact could be changed, and multiple distort could be applied one above to the other. If one distort is there, again if you want to make the next distort, yes. So making very random design is much easy. Once the distort is done, yes, I can do customizes, control Q. Once control Q, done. Making all the tattoo works, return to this. Right. Select both, come back. Get it, select, blend. Right. So 2 distort working together. One is twist, another is zipper. Zipper and twist mixed together. And the rest of the modification could be done by the tools. Yes, select, and if you don't need this, delete. Select both, go for C, center and club. Right. F10, select object and let it come back. So we have understood now how to break down the distort object and combine them together to form the next art to be formed. Distort. Is it okay? Next, envelope. Envelope allow the artist to get an object to stretch as if he required. stretching the object in random places can be done through the envelope button. Envelope allow to get it randomly change on the screen. Select the object, switch to the envelope and drag it up. And you can add the extra points. So it is under the force of a next object, where the basic object with the basic shapes are ready. Basic object is there and modification is happening up. Now the question, where to use this? Whenever we need multiple object to be get modified at a single time, then we can have to use the envelope. Multiple object modifying at the same time. So now select all the object, switch to the envelope. Okay, select all and switch to the group, then go over here. So what you can see, so all three objects are modified together. So it start up putting the force at a time to multiple objects. Once your design is confirmed, then yes, go to the object and convert to curves and individual out, ungroup it up. So what is the option you got to know? Envelope distort. It allows multiple objects to get modified in a single take. At a time you can able to get it changes. And what is the process? Envelope. Group the object. Then switch to the envelope. Do distort. Then CTRL plus Q, convert to curves. Convert curve, then CTRL plus U, ungroup, break apart. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to make a group of object to modify in a single take. Right. And inside envelope a lot of changes could be done. Control G to group the objects. Once it is done, then envelope. So here you can have to add more points to get it enlarged. You can add the points and right. Adding the point is allowed, and once the job is done, so here you can able to ungroup and color could be changed. With all the basic property maintained, I can able to make it smooth curve. Again, if required, again group it up, Control Z, and again distort it up. So we got to know now, without breaking into convert to curves, yes, ungroup it up and make individual object to change, and let it group once more to do this. Make the object. Get it place repeated. Select all the object, switch to the object menu, group it up, and once the group is done, take the envelope and then ungroup it up, and individual object could be separate. Still it maintains its own basic property. Basic properties remains the same. So at any time इसको कलर चेंज करना, select corel. Yes, select triangle. The select right. So here you can change the color, and do have options to get all the cuts, because this does maintaining the basic property of the rectangle is maintained. Again group, Control G, and again distort. Right. So grouping, distorting, ungrouping, again grouping, distorting, again ungrouping, distorting. So a envelope object could be break down into two ways. Either you can go for this, or you can directly go to this. If you go directly to this, object property is maintained. If you go for this step, then object property not maintained. Basic object property is not there. Basic object property not there. Here basic object property maintained. Right? It depends like how you want it. If you need the basic object property, then go for Control U. No, you don't need basic object property, then Control Q. Convert to cos and ungrouping. Control G, distort. Right? Basic shape is arranged on the skin, so to make a little artistical environment. Then ungroup, so each and every thing could be turned into the next color. Right? How to make multiple object to get distort. Then again group, give a right click, switch to the option grouping and environment. It depends like how you want to distort it up. That's okay. Next, envelope समझ में आया? Extrude. As if the name, the work is so. Extrude is a 3D name. Extrude is a 3-dimensional name. 3D name. Moving on Z axis is called extrude. Move on or scale. Scale on Z is called extrude. If you move the object on the width and move this object on the y, x and y. If you move the object on this axis or a scale in this axis, that is called extrude. Right? Whenever the object get volume on z axis, it is technically called as extrude. So extrude का meaning क्या है? That we know. So extrude is a 3-dimensional movement. So if a box become extrude, it looks like this. Extrude happen in this direction, Z. If a rectangle, like if a square becomes scale up, then it turn into a rectangle. But if a square becomes extrude, it becomes a cuboid. So the difference now, a square turns into a rectangle if you scale out in x-axis. If a cube is extrude exactly the same on the z coordinate, then it becomes a cube. A square turn into rectangle in x coordinate moment, and a square turn into cube in z coordinate moment. So what is called extrude, that we have understood, it is a three-dimensional moment, and that moment is happening in which coordinate system? Z coordinate systems. So coming towards you and going away from you is called z, and technically it is extrude. Coming towards you and going away from you. Going to up and down is y coordinate. Going to the left and right, it is x coordinate. So this movement is technically called as extrude. Fine. So we got to know the technical information or coordinate information regarding the extrude. So let us see the practical output. Select the object, switch to the extrude. Same predefined options are there. You can switch to any predefined option and fill a color, so you can see the reaction on the screen. Extrude. So getting a three-dimensional moment on the screen is done by the extrude. So once the object becomes extrude, it does have two properties. One is basic object property, another is extrude property. So basic object property. Now this is preset. So let us see how to do manual extruding. Take the tool, drag it up. So while dragging, you can push the information. Once the information come out, then color get varied. How to color change the color? Select the extrude and switch to the option over here. By default it is use object fill color. You can switch to the use solid color. If solid color, then which color? You can choose your color on the extrude. If not gradient, then which type of gradient? How many colors? Which color to start and which color to end? You can start with a color and close with another color. So you got to know now, extrude could be done by predefined, user defined, and once user defined, then the color could be changed in three defined. One is solid color from the subject, second is solid color of your choice, and the third is gradient color with multicolor format. So you got to know now, extrude could be controlled in two options now. What are those? Preset, then user defined. And once it is user defined, the color of the extrude could be controlled by three: color from subject, and the next color from solid, and color from gradient. If gradient, then two colors. If solid, one color. If taken from the subject, then subject color. So three color could be given to the extrude. Let us see how to control the extrude. Once the extrude come up, then yes, again you can take the extrude tool and drag the extrude to get it go away. You can drag it up to any extension you want. You can set the angle. You can use the value, or else you can use the slider. So you got to know how to change the color. Now the next. Once the extrude is done, so one options we have made it clear. What are the options? You got to know what are the controller. Position, angle, color, extension, all the things. Next, how to break the extrude. Yes, extrude could be break by the basic object over here. Okay. So there is a special option called bevel. Before going to the bevel, let us see. not bevel. So start up making the extrude to get turn around. You can turn the extrude in two different manners. Either you can give a coordinate systems or directly you can have to turn it up. So how to turn the whole object as an image format. The angle could be turned in this way also. What is the command? You get the box, get it extrude, switch to the design predefined or user defined. Once it come up, then switch to this button and turn. So whichever the angle you want, you can turn it. Right? So now got to know how to make the three-dimensional object to rotate by a icon format. Yes. Then after it could be control reset coordinate value. So here you can have to use the X rotation, Y rotation and Z rotation. So three type of rotation could be done. The question, what is X coordinate, what is Y coordinate? If you need your subject to move left to right, if your mobile to be get rotate left to right, this is Y coordinate rotation. If you need your mobile to get rotate from up to down, then this is X coordinate rotation, up to down. If left to right, X rotation. If you need to rotate normally, so this is to be get rotate normal, this is Z coordinate rotation. So now got to know what is the rotation, how many type of rotation, which rotation can be done by the software default, which cannot be done by the software. Which cannot be done by the software? Normally एक ऑब्जेक्ट को रोटेशन कर रहे हो आप, राइट? ये कौन सा रोटेशन है? ये बोला है यहाँ पे. Are you getting what I'm talking? I'm just doing and putting your questions, and it is that things to be get known. Which type of rotation is possible by the software by default? X, Y, Z. ऐसे क्वेश्चन आएंगे, right? And answer has been given, and then after you are asking. Default rotation is Z rotation. ऑब्जेक्ट को डिफॉल्ट जब रोटेशन किया जाता है तो कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम आपके और फेस करता है, तो ऐसा रोटेशन होता है. ये रोटेशन को क्या रोटेशन बोलते हैं? जेड रोटेशन. यस, डायरेक्शन इज क्लॉकवाइज, बट व्हिच एक्सिस रोटेशन इट इज? जेड. ओके, ये कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम्स को समझो. फाइन. सो लेट अस सी इन ए प्रैक्टिकल मैनर. मैं आपको मोबाइल हाथ में पकड़ के दिखा रहा हूँ. ये जो रोटेशन होता है इसको जेड रोटेशन बोलते हैं. जेड में क्या होता है? ये कोऑर्डिनेट फिक्स होता है, जेड ऑलवेज फेस यू. और ऐसे रोटेट करने को क्या बोलते हैं? वाई कोऑर्डिनेट रोटेशन. यहाँ पे वाई होता है और ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसा रोटेट होता है, मतलब एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट रोटेशन. समझ में आया? एक्स क्या होता है, वाई क्या होता है, जेड क्या होता है. सो ए 3D एलिमेंट टू बी नॉन कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम आपको आना चाहिए, तब जाके ये हैंडल कर पाओगे, राइट? व्हाट इज एक्स, व्हाट इज वाई, व्हाट इज जेड, राइट? मतलब ओके. अभी कृष्णा ऐसा मतलब हाथ में चक्र घुमा रहे हैं, कौन सा कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम है? राइट. ये बोल पाना चाहिए, ये हुआ तब जाके होगा, ठीक है? तो उसको समझने के लिए क्या करना? अभी ऐसा रोटेट हो रहा है, राइट? ऐसा रोटेट हो रहा है, तो ये क्या है? लेफ्ट टू राइट रोटेट हो रहा है. लेफ्ट टू राइट रोटेशन क्या होता है? देखो, लेफ्ट टू राइट वाई रोटेशन. समझ में आया? अप टू डाउन ऐसा रोटेट हो रहा है, मतलब एक्स. ये कैसे आपको मालूम होगा? कि साइकिल चलाते हैं, साइकिल में पहिया घूमते हैं, उसको एक्सिस बोलते हैं. जहाँ से घूमता है उसको एक्सिस. एक्सिस इज ऑलवेज कांस्टेंट. एक्सिस कभी भी कांस्टेंट होता है, और इसके बाजू में जो भी होता है उसको कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम. अगर एक्सिस ऐसा है तो एक्स है, अगर ऐसा है एक्सिस तो वाई. तो एक्सिस इज ऑलवेज कांस्टेंट. एक्सिस नेवर रोटेट. द ऑब्जेक्ट रोटेट अराउंड द एक्सिस. तो जहाँ से रोटेट होता है उसको देख के आपको बोलना है कि ये एक्स है कि वाई है. अगर ऐसा है, यहाँ पे कौन सा एक्सिस, ये हाथ एक्सिस इज फिंगर, फिंगर इज द एक्सिस. व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन? स्टैंडिंग पोजिशन, इट इज वाई. स्लीपिंग पोजिशन एक्स. फ्रंट पोजिशन जेड. खुद की ओर फेस कर रहा है मतलब जेड. स्टैंडिंग पोजिशन वाई. स्लीपिंग पोजिशन एक्स. ठीक है, ये कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम्स का इट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड फॉर योर 3ds मैक्स, माया, हर सॉफ्टवेयर में ये फंडामेंटल है. तो कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम्स के हिसाब से यहाँ पे चलता है. बज ओके. सो इफ यू नीड दिस बॉक्स टू फाइन कट्स टू द प्रैक्टिकल नाउ. अभी ये बॉक्स को ऐसे रोटेट करना है तो कौन सा कोऑर्डिनेट रोटेट करो? ये लेफ्ट साइड मेरे को देखना है, एक्स वाई और जेड मुझे रोटेट करना है. If I need to see the box left side, then which coordinate system I need to rotate? Right. Select the object, go to the tool, switch over here, get it okay, get it rotate. Fine. समझ पा रहा है? How to rotate the things. मतलब exact coordinate आपका control में होना चाहिए. Finish. So we got to know what is called coordinate system and how to recognize the coordinate system and how to react to the coordinate systems. Finish. That's all. You got to know how to make the object, and you can rest of the things are breaking up, and you can break this object into multiple part, ungroup, out. Finish. How to break the object, how to rotate the object, how to set the coordinate system, how to set the color, how to extend the extrude, everything is known to you. Does it okay? Fine. The same knowledge could be applicable for the text. So how to increase the font size? Control 6. 4 is to decrease, 6 is to increase. Right. Switch to extrude. Now 2 things to be done. You need to change the color of your extrude. What to do? Make the front color to white and rest of the things becomes white, because here the things has been taken from the subject. Switch to solid. If solid, which color? Which color? Black color. Get it done. समझ में? Exactly कैसे कलर चेंज होता है? सारे पोस्टर और बोर्ड आपको यही मिलते हैं. और कैसे चेंज होता है? राइट. कुछ भी बोर्ड देखो ये आपको दिखा देता है. एक्सट्रूड मारते हैं और पोजीशन P, सेंटर C. राइट. एंड इट कुड बी ऑफ solid color, और ये कितना डेप्थ में भी जा सकते हैं. Is it okay? Fine. Then what you got to know now? How to make the text placement and the arrangement. Get it clear? Extrude. Get clear. Fine. That's it.